So this is a pretty quick and simple guide for the archer in the custom game Starcraft 2 Dungeon Master 2.0. Now the archer is a very strong burst hero that focuses on using her abilities to dish out a lot of small hits to a target. So death by 1,000 arrows basically. So her bread and butter is her Q, multi-shot. Fires 15 arrows at the target, dealing up to 225 damage. Now each arrow will also do 15 damage. And this will be reduced by armor, of course. So if I go over here, as you see, launches 15 arrows, each one doing 15 damage, 14 here because the barracks has 1 armor. Now, her second ability is Puncture. Aim for 1.5 seconds and shoot the target, dealing 55 damage. This is rank 5, of course, and the target takes 60% damage. So it'll start off at 20% and then slowly work its way up with each rank that you put in it. Same with multi-shot. So it starts from 3 arrows going up to 15 arrows. But you definitely want to be upgrading multi-shot first. So Puncture, charge up, 55 damage. As you can see, I'm doing 31 damage when my auto is 20.
Say no more.
And the important thing to note is you will see a little cast bar underneath the health bar to show that you are indeed casting the ability. Now, her E is Steady. Increases the attack, ability, and sight range of all, well, increases the attack and sight range of all your abilities, while also increasing their damage bonus by 10%. Now, the thing with Steady is that only the first rank gives you the 10% bonus damage. Every other rank from 2 to 5 only increases the duration and the attack range of the ability. So you definitely want to get 1 point into Steady right away. So you probably want to go Q first, then E, and then you don't touch E ever again. Because you see, Q will do 14 damage, but with E activated, as you can see, it'll do 16 damage. So it is a pretty significant damage increase since you're adding 2 damage to all 15 arrows. Now, of course, if you use E, W, and then Q, see, now you're doing 25 damage per arrow on your Q. And so her R is marksmanship. Increases damage by up to 5 and attack speed by 50%. This will give you a total of 20 damage at almost 1 second. 1 auto attack per second. So just shy under. And while a lot of people might use the archer as an auto attacker, she is far more proficient at being that burst hero that utilizes her abilities. Now, her ultimate is Arrow Rain. It's a cast time of 4 seconds, launches 20 arrows, again, death by 1,000 arrows. And it'll do up to 300 damage over 4 seconds while slowing all the targets. Now, this will benefit from Puncture and Steady, though Puncture has better uses. So, if I cast E, W, and then Q, and then T, as you can see, while I'm casting Q, you can cast your ultimate at the exact same time to do a massive amount of damage. Oops. So this barracks has about 1,000 HP.
On your mark.
So out of 1,000 HP,
Say no more.
we can chunk this thing down to nearly 200 HP. So you're doing about 760 damage in the span of 4 seconds. And that is absurd amount of damage in such a short amount of time to a single target. While Arrow Rain does hit everything in the area. So not only are you doing the single target damage, but the Arrow Rain will also do everything in this blue area. So it'll hit everything here for that damage. And since Arrow Rain is on a 30-second cooldown at rank 5, you can get about 1 Arrow Rain off for every 2 multi-shots off, so, which is pretty good damage. Now, as we said, Puncture increases all damage taken by 60%. The thing is, the archer isn't the one who benefits from this the most. The ones who benefit from this the most are high damage dealing heroes. So single target damage heroes like, for say, the Sapper, who has a snipe ability that does 170 damage. So again, the attack, 170 damage, but it is far more beneficial to have it used with puncture, 272. So it is a massive leap up in damage.
Well done.
So again, if you are playing these high damage dealing classes, it is very important to keep an eye on the archer and wait for that cast time to show, because puncture is the only, other than arrow rain, puncture is the only ability she has that has a cast time.
Bring it on.
So if you're coming over here,
I am able to help.
you can do an absurd amount of damage with all your high damage abilities. So,
For the tribes.
while puncture is good for yourself, it is better to try and combo it with other high damage dealing classes. Other than that, archer is probably one of the strongest DPS classes in the game. It wasn't recording, was it?